Hello, my dear students. Today's lecture will be excursion, nature-based and ecotourism, which is related last lecture. As I understand, in each week you can get two video lecture and you have to uh, get this information in 1 week, and you can do your seminar task related to lecture topics, but it will be in 1 week. Today's lecture is one of my favorite topic. I think it will be favorite to you too, because it's new, challenging topics for everyone in tourism industry, because this topic or ecotourism or nature-based tourism, it's really important and significant for the development of tourism industry, and also also eco tourist destination nowadays. In today's lecture, I will share what the importance of nature-based and ecotourism and its types of eco and nature-based tourism, and how we should can plan ecotourism or ecotours or eco excursion, and how it's influence for your interpretation and storytelling tools in ecotourism. In today's lecture glosary, it's nature-based tourism. It's mostly focused on the experience of natural environment. And also it's nature-based tourism and ecotourism. It's everyone thinks that it's the same, but ecotourism it's more responsible traveling than nature-based tourism. But nature-based tourism is mostly related to landscapes and preserving biodiversity than ecotourism. That's why it's all of them. It's very important to understand. And here it's one of the new for you, I think, for a new thing is sustainability or sustainable tourism or sustainable development. It means that practice that minimizing negative impacts on the environment and community. That's why we should consider these new trends in our excursions. Purpose and objectives of today's lecture is to explore the principle and planning excursion of nature-based and eco excursion, emphasizing or highlighting sustainability and visitors' engagement or tourist engagement. By the end of today's lecture, you can define what is it, nature-based tourism and ecotourism, difference between them, and you can identify nature and ecological sites, and you can apply sustainable guiding practices in your future excursions. Today's theoretical foundation for today's lecture is one of the, I think it's Sustainable Tourism Theory by Butler. It is tourism must balance, not should. It's must or have to balance between environmental and social and economic sustainability. It's one of the best theories or concepts which is you should consider for your future, not future, next seminar tasks. What is it? Nature-based and ecotourism. Nature-based tourism focuses on natural environmental, while ecotourism promotes conservation and local well-being and sustainability. You can see in this explanation, and excursion connects visitors with nature responsibility or environmental responsibility. Nature and ecosites we can divide. For example, national parks and wildlife reserves, forests and mountains or river or lakes, all of them. It's also nature and nature-based tourism, and coastal marine ecosystem and community-based ecotourism and conservation. All of them are related natural and ecosites. That's why we should consider while doing our excursion that sites. planning nature-based excursion, it's firstly, how should, for example, my example is Hatun Karakai National Parks. It means that we should consider about, firstly, research or investigate that sites like properly, deeply. Then identify sensitive areas or carrying capacity. It means that how many tourists we can invite for that place. You know that national parks or other reserves, we should minimize our impacts or limited tourists we can invite. We can use that place. Then develop thematic educational tools, all nature-based and ecotourism. It's related with developing thematic and education things, because without this, it's not possible that say that excursions like educational or cultural. Finally, ensure visitor safety and environmental responsibility. As you tour guide, you should consider also about responsible for your tourists. It's safety regulation. It's very important, not just safety for tourists, but also environment. Here we can use also in ecological or nature-based tourism or ecotourism interpretation storytelling types, like excursions in your like methods or tools for your ecotours, because it will help communicate with ecological concept engagingly, and also we can apply local stories or legends and conservation narratives. And thirdly, multi-sensory interpretation, sights, sounds, text, tools, or scans. It means that for your eco tour excursion, you can use different tools for like to be interesting, to be fascinating, to be engaging. And finally, it's promote awareness of human impact and sustainability. While you're doing your eco tours, you should consider about human impacts too. Of course, without challenges or difficulties, it's not possible to say that tourism or ecotourism is integration. It's very easy, or it will be like the best. But we should consider balancing visitors' experience with environmental protection. Also, in the, like it will be like related with weather or wildlife and things. That's why it's also another difficulties organizing ecotourism excursion in this side. And certainly, managing group behavior in fragile ecosystem. You know that nature-based, it's not man-made sites. It is ecotourism. It's not depends on a lot of things by humans. That's why we should consider too. And finally, culture and the language consideration with local communities, organizing or using ecotourism excursion in your field. It should be organized properly with engagement of community. And now I would like to share with you best practices and cases which I want to analyze. Firstly, Costa Rica. So as I said before lecture, like Costa Rica is one of the like best examples of ecotourism, because it's mostly they are focused on sustainability and education. And also in Kazakhstan, we have great potential to like develop ecotourism or nature-based tourism, because it's potential, it's big biodiversity, like majority. That's why it's really important. And community-based ecotourism institutes promoting conservation. Here we can also implement or integrate technology, enhance experience, artificial intelligence or as a GPS tracking or education apps, which is really important to be more interesting, to be more like convenience. That's why it is one of the cases I would like to like analyze with you. And please, while you're doing your seminar task, you should consider top best this eco destination or nature-based tourism with comparison with other not developed tourist destinations. In conclusion, in this lecture, I explained to you the significance of nature-based and ecotourism in general and how we should organize these types of excursion in general. And one of the best methods or tools for the organizing properly, which is engagement of tourists with engagement of community basics. We can use interpretation methods or storytelling tools by media or the other types of tools. And I explain, analyze it to you challenges and also uh, best practices in real world examples, which is one of the successful is Costa Rica. Yeah, today's references which you can use for the investigation for this topic following doing for your seminar tasks. Thank you for your attention. I think this topic was interesting for you and helpful. Have a nice day. Bye bye.